Most traders think they're improving. They're not. They're just repeating mistakes they don't measure. And if you're not logging your trades, you're guessing. I learned this the hard way. I used to think I didn't need to journal. I thought I already knew my mistakes, but I kept repeating them. And that's when I realized something. Knowing your mistakes and measuring your mistakes are two completely different things. For a long time, I was trading off memory. And memory lies. Memory remembers the wins. Memory softens the violations. Memory edits the story to protect your ego. Data doesn't. And until I started logging every single trade, I wasn't improving. I was just cycling. Most traders don't journal. And I understand why. It's boring. There's no dopamine hit. There's no immediate reward. After a long session, the last thing you want to do is reopen charts and relive your mistakes. And deeper than that, journaling forces confrontation. If you don't log your trades, you can say, I just had a bad day. If you do log your trades, you might see, you broke your rules 3 times. You took a 3rd trade after your cutoff. You moved your stop. That's uncomfortable. But that discomfort is where improvement lives. Let me be honest about what was happening to me. I would say I struggle with early entries. But when I finally tracked it, I realized something embarrassing. Almost 40% of my entries were before full confirmation. Not because I didn't know better. Because I didn't measure it. I would say I have discipline issues after red days. When I tracked it, I noticed most of my larger losses came on the 3rd trade of the session. Not the 1st, not the 2nd, the 3rd. That pattern alone changed my entire system. I would say I manage risk. But when I logged properly, I saw that my biggest drawdowns came after green days, when I subtly increased size. Without logging, I would have blamed the market. With logging, I had to blame execution. That's the difference. Here's what I log now for every single trade. Time of entry, setup type, risk amount, target. Did I follow my plan? Yes or no? Did I move my stop? Yes or no? Emotion at entry. I rate urgency from 1 to 10. Screenshot of entry and exit. Nothing fancy, but brutally honest. Then after hours, I review. Did I take trades outside my system? Did I violate rules? Did I feel urgency? Did I force anything? What time did most of my mistakes happen? The goal isn't to judge myself. The goal is to see patterns. Because trading isn't random. Behavior is patterned. And if you don't track behavior, you can't change behavior. Here's the hard truth. If you're not logging your trades, you don't actually know your edge. You think you do, but you're guessing. You might have a 60% win rate. Or maybe you only think you do. You might think your system works best in trends. But have you measured it? You might think your biggest problem is patience. But what if it's actually oversizing? Without data, it's all narrative. And narratives protect ego. Data destroys ego. The real reason I started improving wasn't because I found a better setup. It was because I removed self-deception. Once I saw the numbers, I couldn't lie to myself anymore. I couldn't say, I usually follow my plan. I either did, or I didn't. That clarity changed everything. If you want to become consistent, journaling is not optional. It is the work. The market gives you feedback every day. If you don't record it, you're throwing away your education. And education in this business is expensive. You already paid for those mistakes. Why not extract the lesson? Most traders think they need a better strategy. What they actually need is honesty. Because if you're not logging your trades, you're not improving. You're guessing. And guessing with money is gambling. The traders who survive this game don't just trade the market. They study themselves. Every trade, every mistake, every pattern. That's how consistency is built. Not from a new setup, but from awareness. The next time you feel the urge to slide a mistake under the rug, ask yourself one question. Do you want to improve, or do you want to repeat the same cycle again tomorrow? Because this is where traders actually change. Not during the trade, but after it. This is the work most people avoid. And every time you choose to face it, you're choosing discipline over dopamine. One decision at a time.